If you're in your 20s, you probably feel like you have plenty of time. You may think you have another 10 or 20 years before you need to worry seriously about money, your relationship, your career, health, or the future. You may look at people in their 30s and 40s and think, I still have time. I will figure everything out later. Well, I understand that feeling. I was there too, but this year I turned 36, and let me share some truth with you. Your 20s can be confusing. You are expected to make important decisions about your career while you are still trying to understand yourself. You are expected to become financially independent while salaries may still be low. You watch your friends getting jobs, starting businesses, getting married, buying cars, traveling, and buying homes while you may still be trying to figure out what direction your own life should take. But there is something I want you to understand. Your 20s are not just a period of your life that you are supposed to survive. They are one of the most important periods for building the life you will eventually live. The decisions you make during these years may not seem important today, but they can have enormous consequences later. In today's video, I'm going to share some of the most important lessons everyone should learn in their 20s. These lessons can help you avoid years of regret and put you on a path toward financial freedom, personal growth, and a more fulfilling life. Before you get started, I ask you to kindly like this video and also subscribe to this channel. It really helps a lot. So let's get started. The first lesson: stop thinking you have unlimited time. One of the biggest mistakes people make in their 20s is assuming that time is unlimited. You don't have to have your entire life figured out at 22 or 25. In fact, very few people do. But you should understand that time is an asset. If you spend 10 years doing nothing to improve your finances, career, health, or relationships, you cannot get those 10 years back. The good news is that you don't need to become successful overnight. You simply need to start. Read books, learn skills, save money, invest, exercise, build relationships with good people, try different things, make mistakes, learn from them. Small improvements repeated for years can create enormous results. The second lesson: start building wealth early. A huge financial mistake that many people make in their 20s is waiting. I'll invest when I make more money, I will save when I get promoted, I will start next year. And the problem is that time is one of the most powerful forces in wealth creation. Imagine two people. One starts investing at age 22, the other waits until age 32. Even if the second person invests more money each month, the first investor often ends up with significantly more wealth because of compound growth. The earlier your money starts working, the less you have to contribute later. You don't need millions to start. Start with what you have. You might start with 1,000, 5,000, or even 10,000. The amount is less important than developing the habit. Before investing, however, learn what you're investing in. Don't put your money into an investment simply because someone on social media promised enormous returns. Understand the risks, understand the fees, understand how you make money, and understand how you can lose money. Invest consistently, focus on long-term growth, ignore the temptation to get rich overnight. This is actually one of the most important thing when it comes to building wealth. Wealth is usually built slowly before it becomes visible. The third lesson: build skills, not just credentials. If there is a perfect time to build your skills, it's your 20s. Your mind is still young and you can learn things more easily. Remember, your education matters, but your ability to solve problems can be even more valuable. The world is changing quickly. Technology is transforming industries, businesses, and careers. That means you should never stop learning. Learn communication, learn sales, learn technology, learn graphic design, learn artificial intelligence, learn financial literacy, learn how to write, learn how to negotiate, learn how businesses work. And you don't need to become an expert in everything, become exceptionally useful at something. A valuable skill can increase your earning potential for decades. And remember, your first job does not have to be your final destination. Your 20s are a great time to experiment, try different careers, start a side business, freelance, create content, learn a trade, build something. Some experiments will fail, that's okay. Failure at 25 can be an education that prevents a much bigger failure at your 30s or even at your 40s. Fourth lesson, be careful about debt. At some point of your financial journey, you may take debt, and debt can either be a tool or a trap. Borrowing money to acquire an asset that can generate value may sometimes make sense, but borrowing to finance a lifestyle you cannot afford can create years of financial stress. Credit cards, expensive car loans, consumer loans, and other forms of high cost debt can make it difficult to build wealth. Before taking on debt, ask yourself, is this debt helping me to build my future, or am I borrowing money to look successful today? There is a huge difference. You don't need to impress people with a car, a phone, or clothes, or lifestyle. Your financial situation is more important than your appearance. The next one, choose your friends wisely. Your financial future isn't determined only by your salary. The people around you can influence your habits, ambitions, decisions, and expectations. If everyone around you believes that success means spending everything you earn, you may eventually adopt the same mindset. If everyone around you is learning, building businesses, investing, saving, and improving themselves, you are more likely to do the same. This doesn't mean you should abandon people simply because they earn less money. It means you should surround yourself with people who encourage growth. Find friends who challenge you to become better. Find mentors who have achieved things you want to achieve. And become the kind of person who helps others grow too. Lesson number 6, don't destroy your health while building your future. Money matters, career matters, but none of it means much if you destroy your health trying to become successful. Your 20s are a good time to establish habits that can follow you for decades. Exercise, eat reasonably well, get enough sleep, take care of your mental well being. Don't normalize constantly being exhausted. Don't assume that because you are young, you can treat your body badly forever. You may be able to recover from poor habits at 22. It becomes much harder when these habits have been repeated for decades. So take care of your health. Lesson number 7, stop comparing your life to everyone else. Social media has made comparison almost unavoidable. You see someone your age buying a house, someone else is traveling around the world, another person is getting married, someone has started a successful company, another person is earning millions, and suddenly you feel like you are behind. But remember something important. You are comparing your real life to someone else's highlight reels. You don't know their struggles, debts, family circumstances, failures, or sacrifices. Your journey does not need to look like anyone else. Maybe your friend becomes successful at 25. Maybe you become successful at 35. That does not mean you failed. Your goal should not be to win someone else's race. Your goal should be to build a life you should actually want. At number 8, learn to delay gratification. Gratification means the feeling of pleasure, satisfaction, or fulfillment that comes from getting or achieving something you want. One of the most powerful skills you can develop in your 20s is the ability to say, I could buy this, but I don't need it right now. That simple decision can change your entire future. You don't have to live miserably. Enjoy your life, travel, eat good food, buy things you love, but don't sacrifice your future entirely for today's pleasure. There is a difference between enjoying your money and being controlled by consumption. Save some, invest some, enjoy some, give some, and build a balance. Lesson number 9, don't wait for motivation. You will not always feel motivated. There will be days when you don't want to study, days when you don't want to exercise, days when you don't want to work on your business, days when you feel like giving up, and that is normal. Successful people aren't always or necessarily motivated every day. They develop systems that allow them to keep moving even when motivation disappears. Create routines, set goals, track your progress, do the work consistently. Discipline will actually take you much further than temporary motivation. And the last one, be patient. Everyone wants success immediately, but meaningful success usually takes years. Businesses take time, careers take time, investments take time, relationships take time, personal growth takes time, even building meaningful wealth takes years. The problem is that many people quit too early. They expect extraordinary results after only a few months. Stay consistent. Small improvements every day become remarkable progress over several years. Success isn't usually about making one perfect decision, it's about making many good decisions repeatedly. If you remember only one thing from today's video, let it be this. Your 20s are not about proving yourself to everyone else. They're about building yourself, build your knowledge, build your health, build your income, build your relationships, build your character, build your investments. Don't worry if you're behind. Don't worry if you are starting with very little. Everyone begins somewhere. The most important thing is to start. One good habit today can change the direction of your entire life. The future version of you is depending on the choices you make today. So make your 20s count. Don't let your 30s be years of regrets. Make your young age as the foundation for everything that will come later. If you found this video valuable, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs this advice. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.